Welcome back to the Idiot Channel. It's Trifecta Idiot Day. Idiot number one. The assholes who raise children to not respect dogs. Now, I get not everybody likes dogs, and you don't have to like dogs. You don't have to own dogs. You don't have to be near dogs. You don't have to have anything to do with dogs. In fact, you can have an I hate dog loving party and you can raise your children to hate dogs too. I really don't give a shit. Just stay away from my dog. Here's the thing. I now understand why so many children get bit. Situation number one. A couple of weeks ago, I was out with one of my sons and I want to say devil's spawn across the street, Satan's child, I don't know what you'd call her, the evil child across the street who is 12 years old was playing with another boy, let's say the age of about 10, doing, I don't know, whatever the devil spawn does. We were out, my son and I, on our way home. I'm coming up the back end of my street and I see this child and her little friend with a stick poking the stick through a hole in my fence at my dog, who's losing his shit, obviously. I slam on my brakes. I'm like, excuse me? Why are you trying to hit my dog with a stick? She saw me, drop the stick, grab the boy, and ran. You know, I kind of hoped that my dog had the ability to leap over the fence and bite her ass. Unfortunately, he didn't. Then yesterday, I have a gaggle of children that moved in behind my home. Now, my yard is a very large yard, and so we back onto 3 semi-detached properties. So basically, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 different back neighbors. This one set of neighbors that live in this semi-detached, I don't know how many children they have, 18, 12, 5, 4, I don't know. And they're all, I think, girl people, and they squeal like little girl people do. Well, these idiots, more than once now, have stood in their backyard and terrorized my dog. They yell at him, they scream at him, they screech at him. And, you know, I've gone out there nicely, especially when they first moved in, gone into my backyard. Could you please not, you know, tease my dog? Could you please stop? And you would think their parents would say something. You think? But yesterday it was over the top, and this one little girl demon was screeching at the top of her lungs, "Stop!" I lost my shit. I go out into the backyard and I'm like, "Will you stop screaming at my dog?" I think I scared about 5 or 6 strange little children. God bless me. So that's the idiots number one. Parents, raise your children properly. Teach them to not go near dogs that they don't know, to perhaps not yell at dogs, to perhaps not poke them with sticks, because children are only going to behave in the manner in which they're raised. So if the children are idiots, guess what? Chances are you're the bigger one. That's idiot. Tale number one. So my son is in high school, he's in grade 10, and I get an email from the school board yesterday that says they've removed the community police officers that are present in all of the high schools to make it a safe and inviting place. What? And now they're holding community meetings about police officer presence in high schools because apparently police officers scare high school students? What? What the fuck? Seriously? That's just idiotic. Honest to God. If your son or daughter goes to high school and there's a police officer in their high school and they're afraid, there's something wrong. They're afraid because perhaps your child's a deviant. Perhaps your child's a criminal. Perhaps your child is the high school drug dealer. I don't get it. Why are you afraid of a police officer in a high school? And all he's doing is wandering around the halls. He's not arresting anybody. He's not doing anything. The purpose of a police officer in a high school is to teach high school students that police officers are safe people. It gives them a better, I guess, reputation, that you become involved with a community police officer. He's kind of your go-to if something's gone wrong. I mean, I've approached the police officer in our high school, or in my son's high school, and had a chat with him just to see who he was and what he was about and why he was there, because I'd never seen a police officer wandering around a high school hallway before. There's a lot of crime that goes on in a high school. I don't understand why you can't have a police officer in a high school. Who the hell is he scaring? He's not walking around with an AK-47 and slamming students up against the freaking hallways and, picking them up by the scruff of the neck and banging their heads on doors and lockers. He's not handcuffing people at random. No, he's there to let the drug dealers, which are present in every single high school across the country, actually across North America, both countries. If you think there's no drugs in high school, think again. He's present because a high school is a little microcosm of society. You have the rich kids, you've got the middle income kids, you've got the lower income kids, you've got, pretty much every socioeconomic status present, you've got every culture present, and with all of that, you've got students that are good, students that are law-abiding, students that are, just humming along, wanting to make something of themselves, and you got the criminals. You got the criminal students that are in high school just to bide their time, to stay out of prison, to have somewhere to go until the strippers are dancing at like 6 p.m. or I don't know. But, you got criminals in high school too that are selling drugs, that are recruiting for gangs, that are, are in gangs, never mind recruiting. So how does removing a police officer from the high school make it safer? So many idiots. So little airtime. God bless you. The trifecta of idiots ends with licensed idiots. And by licensed, I mean those idiots behind the wheel of a car. Can we discuss a couple of things about idiot drivers? And I'm not even going to discuss speeders or tailgaters or, let's discuss this little thing called a signal light. Look it up in your driver's manual. It's usually located just behind the steering wheel, and prior to turning, leading up to turning, like, I don't know, at least 50 feet before turning, you turn it on. Usually just a little flick, and a light flashes behind you and usually in the front on your vehicle to indicate that you will be turning left or right, and the people behind you and in front of you know what you're going to do. A signal light is not used to indicate that you are turning, because you know what, asshole? I can see that you're turning your car. I can physically see that you're turning your goddamn car. Put on your effing signal light. That's what it's for. I don't have ESP. Nobody else around has ESP, but you've got this funny little thing called a signal light, and it probably works. When you flick it, light comes on, indicates that you're going to turn. Now, let's not mistake the signal light also as a right. By that I mean, putting on a signal light does not mean, when you would like to change lanes, that it becomes automatically a right to change the lane. No. When you want to change a lane and you put your signal light on, it's a question. It's, hi, people to the left or to the right of me, I would like to come into your lane. Here's my signal light. Will you allow me to do so? I may accept your contract, or I may be like, bite me, I'm in a hurry, and keep going and not let you in. That is my right as the driver in the lane that you want to take a part of. A signal light does not mean you are automatically granted a right into my lane. It's a question. I may or may not respond in the way that you want me to. And if you try to take my lane, oh boy, can I be a bitch. And I've got great insurance. I've also got a Mercedes, and let me tell you, it's pretty speedy. So, signal lights, find them. They're in your user manual. And if you don't have a user manual, perhaps because your car's too old, look it up. Look at Google. I'm sure you've got a smartphone. Google signal light, how to use it, when to use it, and what rights belong to the signal light user. I really wish people would get more tickets for not using their signal lights, because frankly, I'd like to ram some people's cars up their asses. So, my trifecta of idiots today. Idiot children who pick on dogs, idiot parents and high school students who are afraid of police officers, and the idiots who have no idea there's a signal light located in their car or how to use it. God bless you. Come again, like my channel, follow my channel. I am full of idiots. Honest to God, every 15, 20 minutes, a new idiot just happens to go by my news feed, sends me an email, walks by my house, yells at my dog. I've got idiots. Talk to you soon.